What's up, War Room Nation? Welcome to A Few Good Minutes in the War Room, brought to you by War Room Sports as always. It's me, at JW the Blueprint, a.k.a. Jim Braham Lincoln. The Beard Gang is in the building. We're doing this Jaden Styles P. This is me and my brother B. Austin. What's up, B. Austin?
Yo, shout out to D Block and obviously in the news, Vatos Locos.
No doubt. We want to come to you and talk a little bit about this whole Aaron Hernandez situation. Like, we tried to avoid it, but you really can't avoid it now. But before I even get into that, man, I just want to say a couple quick things, man. I want to shout out to everybody who rocks with us, man, because for those who just maybe watch the YouTube videos, we have a podcast that's getting very popular. I mean, we have thousands amongst thousands of people that listen on a weekly basis, and I just want to send a shout out to y'all because our podcast is moving up in the rankings, and we doing major numbers. Absolutely, we doing major numbers, man. And also shout out to the community at facebook.com/warroomsports because all the talk on our Facebook page, which is very active, we have a great community over there, a couple thousand people, but they chime in every day. Everything's about Aaron Hernandez, man, and it's one of those stories where you hear so much about it that I didn't even want to talk about it, but as the news keeps coming down the pipe, man, it's like, yo, this is getting crazier and crazier. I mean, I don't know what the facts are. Hopefully the facts will reveal themselves, but it's one of those things where it looks like this guy was literally living a double life. I mean, I've heard all kinds of speculation. Before I let you go, B. Austin, let me just bring up a couple of the stories that I've heard people mention in reference to this whole Aaron Hernandez situation.
Probably some new ones today that I ain't heard yet.
I've heard all kinds of I've heard everything from, listen, it was, he was protecting his wife's, his girlfriend's sister, and that's how it happened. I've heard it was a drug deal going bad. I've heard Aaron Hernandez is in the closet and dude was getting ready to reveal him, and that's how it happened. I've heard the stories about him being a member of a gang. I heard a story about him, being a member of a cartel. And, listen, the speculation is just running wild. I mean, I've heard everything from him to being a serial killer and people thinking that he committed all kinds of other murders, man.
Shout out to Dexter.
They said Dexter going to be coming to get him soon. I don't know what the truth is, man, but I tell you that this doesn't even seem real. When you figure that this guy is playing at the highest level for the New England Patriots, and we know they do things the Patriot way, and now you see that this guy was catching bodies, supposedly a member of a gang. This is like some Dick Wolf Law and Order type stuff, man. And at the end of the day, I don't even know what to say to it because I'm still in shock that this is actually happening. We've had situations like Ray Caruth hiding in the trunk, which still amazes me to this day. How long were you going to stay in the trunk? The Ray Lewis situation, but nothing like this, man. My man, allegedly was catching bodies, man. B. Austin, what do you think about the situation, and what's your opinion of what happened?
Much like you said, it's so sensational that it's almost overwhelming for us in the media. It's like the speculation is out of control. But I'm not even mad at it because the circumstances in today's world with social media and all of that, the circumstances lend themselves to wild speculation. Like, yo, the dude, so he's got the one body that, he allegedly caught. Then he got a guy who he shot his eye out a few months back. Now we go back to June. And there was a drive-by in Boston where two more bodies were had, and they're trying to tie him to those bodies. And then you go back to college, and my man was gearing up. Like he's got he's got a condo that they searched down in Florida. They found boxes upon boxes upon boxes of ammunition, 45 caliber, 40 cal Glock ammo, 9. Yo,
he about that life.
Yo, he's about that murder game, it would appear, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Shout out to the DC legends, Wayne Perry and all of them. I'm out of pocket for saying that, but that's all I can think of, man. Like, my man is on his murder game. So serious business. I actually, on our podcast, which airs live on Thursdays from 6 to 8, Block Talk Radio, you can catch it at warroomsports.com. Shameless plug, as always. I did a speculative sort of analysis. I was just throwing something out there for the sake of the fans, the sake of the listeners, for some laughs. And then I heard something close to what I speculated, which was that my man was into the narcotics trade in the game. Something went wrong. He was a part of affiliated with a organization, and he ended up having to put my man down. And then I hear there is the possibility that he is allegedly a member of the Bloods gang, a Bloods gang set. I'm like, okay. Then allegedly this was involved drugs, something went bad, and the guy he just allegedly killed now was gonna come forward on the drive-by last June 2012 with some information allegedly. And that's what, this is unreal. This is unreal. This is that, like you said, some Dick Wolf stuff. I'm pretty sure that the book rights and the movie rights are being discussed somewhere in a deep, dark room with some.
But you know what, B. Austin? Here's the thing. Like, this story is so crazy that if this didn't happen in a movie or a drama like this was made, we would be like, man, FOH, that can't happen.
You know what it is? Every so often, most times, art imitates life, but there's a level of embellishment. Like, they take it to the hilt where it's unbelievable. Yeah. This is one of those cases where you couldn't. This is beyond some movie-ish. This is beyond some movie shit. Like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to think. I don't know what is real, what's not. What I do know is that when Aaron Hernandez's dad passed away, may he rest in peace, my man kind of had problems dealing with that, problems coping, and that's kind of where it traces back to where these sociopathic tendencies sort of surfaced and reared their ugly head. And since then, my man has been involved with the guns. Like, he is a clapper. If there's no bodies involved, my man is a gun clapper. He has no problem pulling it out and pulling the trigger.
No doubt. Listen, man. Well, anyway, this has been a few good minutes in the war, but here's what I want to say. I told you my opinion. I'm still kind of in shock as the news comes down, and more news will come out maybe before you see this video and well after you see this video. It probably won't go to trial for a long time, and we'll hear all kinds of stories. But I really want to know what the people out there think.
Yo,
leave us a comment, yo. Leave us a comment.
Some of the people have already spoken on it. The people that are a member of the New York Jets organization have made it publicly clear that if he should somehow beat the 3 bodies that they're putting on him allegedly, they are willing to sign him immediately.
Yo, I'm not even gonna comment on that. But listen to the viewers out there. Leave in the comment section. Hit us up on Twitter, Facebook. Give us your opinion of this entire story. Like, how crazy is it to you? And maybe you want to speculate and tell us what you think happened. I know I'm going to find that interesting because people have crazy imaginations. But
tell us what you think.
But the thing about this story is, no matter how crazy you are, it's already unbelievable. So who knows where it's going to go from here.
You might be right.
Don't forget to comment and subscribe to the videos. Check us out, warroomsports.com, warroomsportstv.com for our video content. Listen, man, just rock with us. And as we always say, don't accept mediocrity and be steadfast in the war against ignorance. We shall see you chumps on top.
We'll holler. Throw your W's up for the war room.
Kuwait is the war room with 5 nights at the round table. 5 Philly guys diversified and educated.